Shalom, Koloyim La Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Also, good morning to those of GMS and honor to you, Akim. Peace and bless you, brothers and sisters that listen over the legs called Loyim La Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And this quick lesson today to the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. I just wanted to follow up in the last video I did. I dropped a news report video because you had, Saudi Arabia and Iran, which were always enemies. Like we said, the two different factions of Islam is Sunni and Shiite. And they had many different wars in the Middle East, and they fund many different proxy groups. Okay. And the two never saw eye to eye, but they starting this year, they started developing a relationship again. And that is also prophecy, man. See, this is what we watching. Like we said, this was major news this week. Things are stirring up. This is the hottest topic. Okay, this war with Israel, because it's only going to expand. Because like Revelation, the 16th chapter, the Most High said that Babylon will begin to make war with the kings of the East. That's what the Most High dried up the Euphrates, man. It's going to be war over there, man. And it's going to expand. Like we said, Hezbollah, that Lebanese militia, is tied to Syria and they're tied to Iran, man. Okay, and Russia. That's an alliance that they have. See, and America is what? Israel's biggest ally, man. That's why the scripture says the least of the flock. I didn't get to read that in the last sit down, but let me read it now. Because Jeremiah, the 50 and 51st chapter is going into what? The king of Babylon, the destruction of Babylon, which that Babylon is the same Babylon, the book of Revelation, right? Mystery Babylon is America, man. This is the place where, and you read Jeremiah, the 50th chapter, it tells you that the two kingdoms, Judah and Israel, the northern and the southern kingdom, would be held captive in that Babylon. So that's not talking about ancient Babylon. That Babylon is America. Right? And the Most High is setting the stage up for Babylon's destruction and his demise by causing this whole situation, man. Which also this goes with Jeremiah 47 too. But let me read this first though. Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 45. Okay, and let me get the book of Joel after this. It says, therefore, hey, the counsel of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. This is his counsel. This is his will. Okay, and any of you Israelites, you're not down with this counsel, the destruction of Babylon, and repenting and coming back to who you are, you're an enemy of Yahweh Shai, man. You also gonna taste the second death, man. You gonna go down with your master, man. Okay, you have Jakes out there. Oh, what happened to him is messed up, man. Just, you niggas just gonna die, man. You don't understand judgment, man. Right? Scripture says greater evils are gonna be seen in these last days, man. So you better get used to seeing bodies drop. Okay, that's gonna be the norm. This is gonna be the time on the planet Earth that the world has never seen before. And this is gonna be the war that's gonna end all wars, man. Okay. Now, this is, therefore, he, the counselor Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, that he have taken Babylon and his purposes. He have purpose against the land of the Chaldeans. This is the Most High's purpose, to destroy the sinful kingdom. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Who? These Amalekites, man. These Ish people. Okay? America's going to have to. Right? Because if Hezbollah get involved, then like we said, Iran going to get involved, then America has no choice. They already moved one of their ships over there in the Mediterranean. In fact, let me look that up real quick. There we go. They said what? The Gerald 4 carrier strike group that arrived, okay, earlier this week in international waters off Israel. So America already sent their second aircraft carrier to the eastern Mediterranean. So this thing is only going to escalate, man. It's only going to escalate. And like the scripture, like we're reading right now, is going to draw them out. It's going to draw out the king of Babylon. Right? And this is all you Edomites. This is your destruction. This is your demise, man. The very same weapons that you created, these nuclear bombs, is going to lead to your end. Okay? Kolim la Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Right? And Most High is getting at all you nations, man, for what you did to his people, man. All of you. All right, when you read also what? Jeremiah, the 47th chapter. Let me get second Ezra 15 after this. Okay, let's get that Jeremiah 47. Because this is the Most High. This happened back then. I want to do another video. This because the Palestine means the Philistia, all right, or land of the sojourners. Right? The ancient name for Palestine is Philistine. okay, which the original Philistine were Hamites. But the scripture says, read the book of Joel, Tyre and Zidon, the whole coast of Palestine, that's you Arabs, man. So back then, Jeremiah the 47th chapter, you had Pharaoh smoke Gaza. Pharaoh Necho smoked Gaza. But we know in this day and time, the modern day Pharaoh Aishar, he's going to smoke Gaza too, man. It's going to be a bloodbath on both sides, man. That's why scripture says, Jeremiah 47, it says, the word of Yahweh Bashem Yashar came to Jeremiah the prophet against the Philistines, which today y'all call Palestine. Before that, Pharaoh smote Gaza. Thus say Yahweh Bashem Yashar, before the waters rise up out of the north, and shall be an overflowing flood, and overflood the land that is therein, the city and them that dwell therein. Then the men shall cry, and all the inhabitants of the land shall howl, man. Okay, so back then you had that, and today you're going to have that as well, man. So that Middle East, man, like the scripture says, the valley of Jehoshaphat, man, things are stirring up, man. And right now, like you said, you have Lebanon getting involved. And also, you know, when you read the book of Jeremiah, the 50th chapter, Jeremiah 50, around 40, around that great army from the north, that's going to be Russia, man. That's going to lay this land desolate. Okay, so we are in what? Those initial stages of this thing going down. All right, and also, said in the news report video, Saudi Arabia and Iran, which are enemies, mortal enemies, right? Fund many groups to get at each other, man. Fund many proxy wars against one another, because one is Sunni, as one is Shiite. They coming together. All right, let's get that Second Ezra, the 15th chapter. Second Ezra chapter 15, and like I said, this will be a quick video today, probably all about Shemel Shah. All right, it's mainly a continuation of the last video. I wanted to get these precepts. I get them now. Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 29, and this is all going into the last days. All right, what did the Most High say? Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 28. Behold, an horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east. Right, things is getting stirred up over there. I'm gonna get Revelation 16 and Joel after this. Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and terrible. Okay, the dragons of Arabia, these Arab nations, okay, they are getting stirred up, man. And it says what? Also the Carmenians, which that's what? Iran, ancient Persia. Raging in wrath shall go forth as wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them. And that's why I showed that news report, man. Okay, so they gonna come together. All right, and who they gonna come against this? I'm gonna get straight to the point. We jump on down, because who Ezra's mainly prophesying against? Syria. Let me get this. I think it's verse 40. I think it's, let me see. I'm going to jump straight to the point. Let's say verse 37. And there shall be a great fearfulness and trembling upon earth, because this war is going to be what? A nuclear war. All right? This is going to be a nuclear war, man. All right? It says, just spiritual, the movie Oppenheimer not came out too long ago. This is the sentiment, man. That's on the earth. Nuclear war, man. That's the final plague or pestilence. It says, and there shall be great fearfulness and tremble upon earth. So the scripture says the dragons of Arabia and the Carmenians, the Iranians, they gonna come together to do battle against Babylon, man. It tells you when you read on down, verse 40. Let me read verse 43. But let me read. It says, and trembling shall come upon them, and there come great storms from the south and from the north, and another part from the west. Let me jump on verse 40, verse 41. Fire and hail and flying swords and many waters, that all the fields may be full and all rivers with the abundance of great waters. And they shall break down the cities and walls and mountains and hills, trees of the wood and grass of the meadows and the corn. And they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon and make her afraid, man. What it is? The missiles, man. Okay? You also read that in the book of Joel, the 2nd chapter, man. This is it, man. This is that That's that horrible star that the scripture's talking about, those missiles, man. So Ezra saw it. All right. He also tells you second as the second 16th chapter, arrows that was going to be shot to the ends of the world and consume the world with fire. So like we see in this prophecy here, this scripture here, Jeremiah 47, battle between the modern day Pharaoh, Gaza, the Armenians, the dragons, Carmenians, the dragons of Arabia, being drawn out to the Middle East. This is all biblical prophecy and Kolam La Yahweh Bashem El Shah, that we can see it, right? We measure in the times diligently, all right? We get a couple of more precepts. See, man, them Ishmaelites getting roused up, man. Ishmael, like the scripture tells you in Genesis 16 and 12. Matter of fact, let me read that quick. Genesis 16 and 12, it says, who this going into? Ishmael, okay? When you read verse 11, it says, but thou art with a child and shall bear a son and shall call his name Ishmael, because the Lord had heard thy affliction. You know, his mother was Hagar and his father was Abraham. And he will be a wild man, and his hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him. Okay? And he shall dwell in the presence of his brethren. You have many different tribes down there in the Middle East. But a lot of them fall underneath the ban of Ishmael, man. Scripture says he was going to be a wild man. All right? You can see how them wild-ass Arabs got down. You see how Hamas got down, man. A lot of them got suicide bombers, you know, beheadings. That's his spirit, man. All right? And they don't fear death. Right? They call them jihadists, man. They almost had people in a panic mode in different places because they called for a national jihad day on Friday the 13th, whatever the case was. But scripture tells you that Ishmael is a wild man. All right? His hand will be against every people. All right? But let me get the book of Joel, the 3rd chapter. And again, like I said, get the book of Revelation, the 16. I didn't want to do nothing long. I just want to do straight to the point, man. All right? War, man. The Third World's War. Okay? This is it. Let's get the book of Joel. It says, Joel chapter 3, verse 11. It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen. And this is what we're seeing right now. Gather yourselves together round about. Did it cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh Bashem El Shah? Let the heathen be awakened. Okay? They are awakened. They coming together. And come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about, man. So they all gathering right now. And the Most High said to Zephaniah, he's going to pour upon you his indignation. Right? It's funny because when you go into Jehoshaphat, all the nations came to devour us. And Jehoshaphat prayed to Yahweh Bashem El Shah, and he put the spirit on them to consume each other. What is this happening right now, man? They're all being gathered. The scripture says, put ye the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats of a floor, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes of multitudes in the valley of decision. And this is what we're seeing right now. For the day Yahweh Bashem El Shah is near in the valley of decision. So they all being gathered, man. That's when you read the book of Revelation, the 16th chapter. Let's get that. And it's going to be a draft here. Okay, as Iran get involved, America may institute a draft, man. You see? And this is the time we in right now. That's what scripture says to me. Get Revelation 16, verse 12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and that the water thereof was dried up. And you can see that happening right now. That the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. Prepared for what? War, man. Okay? War. And the scripture said, verse 16, and he gathered them together in a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon, or Armageddon. All right? Gather mountain of troops. They all being gathered for war, man. And Babylon is going to have to, he's getting drawn out into the war. And he's going to be consumed. America's going to lose this war, man. Okay, you guys won World War I. You won World War II. You're going to lose this one right here, man. This is for your demise, man. And of course, in the midst of all these nations fighting, our King Yahweh Shai is going to come in the midst, man. Okay? Just like they showed the Independence Day, them chariots are going to arrive, man. Okay? And lay destruction to this empire, as it tells you in Daniel, the 7th chapter, and Daniel, the 2nd chapter. All right, let me get that book of Revelation 19. So the Most High, like you said, Isaiah 14, he's stirring up the dead, which are these nations to come up against the king of Babylon. Okay. You see, if I can read Isaiah 14 and 9, and then I'm going to get Revelation 16. Okay, because that's a good precept, actually. Isaiah chapter 14, verse, because this is going into also the king of Babylon, and we read verse 4. But read verse 9. It says, hell from beneath thee is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirred up the dead for thee, which the dead is what? The nations. Okay. Even all the chief ones of the earth, they're being all prepared for what? War, man. And I rise up them from their thrones, all the kings of the nations. And they all speak, saying, Art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? And that's what these nations are saying to America. Right? They're saying to Aisha, man. Right? They no longer fear America, man. See, that hedge around you Edomites is gone, man. It's open season on y'all now, man. That's why these nations, like we're the dragons of Arabia, the Carmanians, they not scared of you no more, man. And a lot of them have access. Like we read about Iran, North Korea, of course, China, Russia, they got a whole bunch. Okay? Whole bunch of nuclear weapons, man. That's what separated America from these other nations after World War II, because of their German scientists that developed the atomic bomb. It was a race to get the atomic bomb. Okay, but now these other nations, now they also get access to those weapons, man. And that's what they're saying. Are you become as weak as us? You look vulnerable. All right. Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee, man. Okay. When you read I think it's Obadiah 1:7, around it tells you that the men that have a confederate with you, they laid the wound under thee, man. Okay, they deceived the king of Babylon, man. All right, you got that damn debt. Now you got these nations turning to dumping the dollar, turning to bricks, man. All right, and the scripture even tells you that eventually the beast is going to hate the whore, man, and burn the whore with fire, man. So this place is on its way down. But like we said, as you nations all gather in the valley of decision, Babylon make war with the kings of the east. This great world war, Yahushua is going to make his second coming, man. All right? And finish this empire and deliver his elect, man. That's why, so this is all leading to that, man. Right? That's why the scripture says, and I'll close it out with this precept. Revelation chapter 19, verse 14. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses. These are chariots, clothed in white linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth with a sharp sword, and with he shall smite the nations, and shall rule them with a rod of iron. And he treaded the winepress of the fierceness and the wrath of the almighty power. Right? Them laser beams of concentrated heat. Right? Also read this in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. And he has half on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. That's his title. They saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great power. So this is a feast, man. And we know America's an altar. It's going to be a great sacrifice, man. Okay? And Yahushua going to destroy that. What he's going to read, that he may eat the flesh of kings and the flesh of captains and the flesh of mighty men and the flesh of horses. So he's going to break the power of all you nations, man. All of you are going to go down, man. All right? This is that feast, man, because our power is a power of war, man. That's what scripture says. Upon his head was many crowns. Many crowns on Yahushua's head, man. Like scripture said, Isaiah 40, he's coming to break the staff of the wicked. Right? All the enemies of the Lord in Psalms the 83rd chapter, man. You see? This is it, man. So Kolim La Yahweh Bashem Al Shah. And this is all to deliver Zion, man. Okay? Let me read on. See? Yahweh Shai's conquest, man. And he's going to execute that judgment on all you nations. Let me read on. That he may eat the flesh of kings and the flesh of captains and the flesh of mighty men and the flesh of horses and all them that sit on them and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. Okay? Lord not going to discriminate, man. All of you are going down, man. Okay? All right? So, Kolim La Yahweh Bashem El Shah. Beautiful times we in, your pod times we in, man. All right? So hopefully this lesson was edifying. They say, Kolim La Yahweh Bashem El Shah. Shalom.